So we're factoring. It says use the trial and error method if possible. That's always a way. That just means you're plugging in numbers until you pick the right ones. We're just going to factor it because we know how to factor. So remember A, B, C. A is 3, B is 28, and C is 9. You can look for greatest common factor. The only thing for 3 is 3, and 28 does not divide by 3. Bummer. So there's not a greatest common factor. So we're just going to have to factor this. Okay, so when we do these, it's different. It takes longer. We multiply A times C. So 3 times 9 is 27. And now we're finding factors of 27 that add or subtract to B. So 1 times 27 and 3 and 9. Do you see why I always start with the 1? Because sometimes it's actually that one. Okay. 1 plus 27 is 28. That's what we need. So now I'm just going to rewrite this down here. 3z squared plus 28z plus 9. We're going to rewrite 28 using our factors. So I have 1z plus 27z. And then the plus 9 and the 3z squared are still there. So we're just rewriting it. That's all factoring is. And then we do grouping. We group the first two and group the second two and look for common factors. So our first one here, 3 and 1, there's no factor, but they both have a z. So I'm going to divide each of these by z. And then I have left 3z plus 1. So I want you to notice here, if I were to multiply this, I would have 3z squared plus z. I would have this. Okay, everything can be checked as you go along. You're just rewriting it a different way. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Greatest common factor, 27 and 9 both divide by 9. So I'm going to write that out here. 27 divided by 9 is 3. We still have the z. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And that's what we want. We want these to be the same. That means you did it right. If they're not the same, something's wrong. Because our last step is factored form. What we took out, and then the one we wrote twice. So I'm going to check our answer. And again, when we multiply these, guess what? How do we write it? Like this. We take our first term multiplied by the whole second binomial. Second term multiplied by the whole second binomial. That's why we write it twice over here. And we would multiply 3z squared plus z plus 27z plus 1. Oh, hey, that's this. And then when we add the middle, that's this. We're back to where we started. Oh, I wrote that wrong. 9, 9. See, it's an easy way to check. Did you multiply and get where you started? If it's yes, then here's factored form. Okay, so remember, order does not matter here. You can write either. Doesn't matter what factor you write first because we're multiplying. So right here, it talks you through how to do guess and check, the trial and error method. That is one way, just multiplying a lot of times till you get the right thing.